There's still no consensus on electoral boundaries for Portmore. A stakeholders meeting was held yet again this week. Yannick Williams has the details.
The parish of Portmore does not exist. That assertion from the Member of Parliament for South St. Catherine Fitzjackson at the second constitutional meeting for Portmore to be officially approved to become Jamaica's 15th parish. Attention is now turning to how its electoral boundaries will be drawn as government officials on Thursday hosted a second consultation meeting, inviting stakeholders to review and discuss the proposed electoral divisions that will shape political representation in the new parish. Mr. Jackson says the meeting was intended to explore ways of ensuring the legislation aligns with the Constitution, but
I think they're running into a roadblock, because the Boundaries Committee of Parliament, which is controlled by the government with its majority, has mandated the EOJ to make changes to comply with what the court has ordered. Unfortunately, what we are seeing is that the EOJ is asked to prescribe constituency boundary in a parish that does not exist.
Before the first consultation, Mr. Jackson says he urged the Electoral Office of Jamaica to seek legal guidance on the matter. However, he says the questions remain unanswered.
If it is the case that they do have legal authority to prescribe constituency boundaries for a parish that does not legally exist, I asked that question last meeting, and I reiterated that question today at the meeting just concluded, and there's no answer that was provided. So it's an outstanding question to be addressed by the ECJ.
In the meantime, Member of Parliament for St. Catherine South Eastern, Dr. Dawes, says his participation in the process will be limited, arguing that there was no meaningful consultation with residents or their elected representatives.
This is a kangaroo committee, as much as you'd hear about a kangaroo court. They have already decided that they're going to form a Portmore parish, and it is based on gerrymandering. Last time I checked, voters chose who their elected representatives were. I never see anywhere where elected representatives choose who their voters are. They have turned neighbors into people who live in different parishes with very little consideration for how their goals of trying to garrisonize East Central St. Catherine is going to affect people who are living in the space.
The stakeholder consultations are expected to continue before the Electoral Commission finalizes its recommendations for Portmore's new electoral boundaries.
It was just an information as to the way forward and what's the thinking of EOJ consultation, what would be our thinking as well, what would be our preference in terms of the boundaries of Portmore. And there should be a meeting in the near future that we will walk and really visualize as to the parish cut for Portmore.
Yannick Williams, TVJ News.
Coming up later in this newscast, at least 12 killed in wildfires in Spain. We'll be right back.